Achieve many asan so ama kwaba yebeda yenuaba efia papa bi ase so the health segment e de brain yesua de pa as to age udra awo ho be diama mema ne mma nyina e hwetwe nkomo na no pa su de oba me studios hadma e packed empenifo a wo be come inside yebetwetwe enkomo komo a yebetwetwe no ene se Nation Builders Corp the current administration NPP for the two the campaign any election or implement here me no ka say abana wiye wom no omanya adwuma ana wom aso na nkompeso ombabuba mu nso no akwanya wo hode ma ana anopa ye ba twon komo na enkomo so a wo social media any ebo enam mframa mu a member of parliament for Madina sosu we say olidi demonstration in person so akwan nsem nye na amanfo de MP yakwan no se da bi mi abedi manim yam na me yakwan enya demonstration omo ye na police for ya we omo kire say during demonstration no omo fa kwan bi so block kwan a eno ti amra eni nti no omo you an invite senk omra am say honorable anko enam so ma omo de akodan mpenifo say wo say omo timi hwehwem na speaker of parliament to say nyade obe release no enra sorry community say yade a police for akọ say nkomo kwa akọchi no and so police administration dey ababeto abontwen say there be say police for bi kọ ho a na bi omko pick intelligence na o man kọ so omko akọchi no and pay e ba twen nkomo ni personal police are guiding and so enti ye nya ne say yade a police for no a wo mo ma chi abrante di ni ko ni fie akwakoje na police accoutrement and yama mani police nya yaje interdict no be hwehwe ni semu isanse on the day no no na no wo twika wo drive ya mo chese odi wura ni padom no mu a ka bibia betumi asi anapia ba hwehwe nkomo wo mo a mensa kom wo studios hanom Mr. Kofi Quarantine independent candidate 2024 wo si oginam anapia wa hwehwe nkomo pi wani honorable Esiama otimu se onya kwanya obasomo mai pa ana honorable so chance o me ma ye mpida se na wo kanya sa na tie enti Mr. Kofi Quarantine wa mo akwaba
amen o
apomboko de
sa bibia dedi
metimu se onya kwanya nka obasomo mai pa
of course say e simple oh my Ghana some there e simple because you will be bia
sa
honorable cry happiness say they make money and credit so honorable happiness say they make no credit there and you say Ghana na
but tell say talk is cheaper
oh so
as I do bet my kasa ono akọ parliament da
I'll do me can say me ne ka say me can say ba ko pa kire no efe oye din bisam say din asem na me ka kire
wo say nkomodie die na ma adwin hye da ni ho
okay ti dia me ka kire no say Sanka NPP really willing to fix Ghana. And NDC really willing to fix Ghana. Anka we pointing a finger in check we say wouldn't why a problem. Now we now now we now you see. Anka they will come together, take the best of NDC, take the best of NPP, sit down and say this is what Ghana needs. Okay. Let's craft the solution now, right here. I don't know woman to me in 29 years.
Okay, you ever heard?
Me kind no idea. I'm saying all right.
Enti me guess ono so no wakọ parliament da. Ozu enya na akọ no kra so besan akobium. Honorable Daniel Esiama, former member of parliament for Buem. Honorable Makwa.
Yeah, job.
Apomboko de.
Oh, boko.
We dey for backstage nkomo no mra. Den jam person akobium.
Oh, ekonu de. Minim se onyankopon ye madoma mi wo ene da so kese bia enye se mintumi nya adwuma but testing ground no ahwe and I minim nie Ghana for especially those in my constituency need nti me ka tell me say oh enye parliament nkwa na obewo ama wasum one month and our constituency na Ghana okay nya mi ya no pay kra no it is from my own evolution nti se me to aso ye kra. Okay. I know I'll be pumping that message more than going to parliament.
Angels, they see me miss out say, we are sure say na we can what test grounds. We say we contest ku fi adama. We bet me to.
Oh, met me atu no na. Oh, enu die. Say me nko die, me nim say met me atu.
But some what test grounds.
No, in
terms of
understanding the people's political will.
Okay.
And your parliamentary will. Kofi no de mama no mikusa kuse. Say on to us na onsum the people of Buem.
Okay.
Na nyentia my honorable colleague presidential aspirant Ekanamaye Komudi say eniama bi wo ho a ojatum no. You see maka kire no say hwe politician be original platform so. En some o kan se bi ka friend to me bebre no every na no me supporters on we kire no.
Okay.
Who see pick we 20 na pick we 20. If you don't take time, that is where with our political dispensation, that is where the war is going to start.
Okay.
And then because even the supporters sometimes don't want to see me to say on what different party.
Okay.
Say until we need to work on them. Say we are all one. NDC, NPP, we are the same people in this country. Until all Kasano, also say I know they are there. And we catch and say that is not what is on the ground.
That's not true.
Or called ground now.
But can't book more politics.
No.
Wait, a leadership.
And I catch and say what he was trying to talk about is coalition.
Okay.
Now in there Ghana Parliament, you know, that act and a constitution, anywhere. But I agree with him. Say we need to work towards that. Say a bedroom say embradia na embra na ye juma. By nyandru hodia embra no dia. No say na supporters no be
mama na say na say politics no the can no in reality no be anya sa
na onya ni supporters e ho no we so I pray for EC to qualify him next time round. For him to hit the ground.
On monyam for adru so na adru so you be over ban acha so no there no information be free ban mu no which me assist people e dia mayen ewura eye kafu ya mega me
information is ni nyina
o kura ni nyina kafu mu akwa ba ana person I come up
you know me that's it
se bibia hye yi
adom ahye yi ene na adom me mu painting
okay
bibia da yi so minia pani kofi kura wade ato se ni ye hwehwe o man no ono kura no na kono but bana wo fi akira na esa wo koyi wani mi ye ku so akuro be testi bi nti they say se ne be ya wo betumi anya campaign na ade awura mu nti ba bi o bi ano me so ne sane de na fom kakra na wa ba NPP na bi owo no o de aba be ka ho na ya so Ghana
o di be ka ho am ya so Ghana de na mamimi saw campaign mu yese mo be bie nnwuma ya ba ka ho asem atwam the Nation Builders Cup ever and I just proud to 2020 election Mosan she mukina moka ho SMP ya fa manfo adwuma we've created jobs near de sisi abana wie una fira ban and she said saying
menua me da se bebre na se ye hye nkomotwehwe ya si na me fa fidi kese so na me de achia menua no mpanifo mo ha because se panini hwe kura o abachen enti no ho be hia se ebe koso asuasu free omo na de omo wono so yen so madu na ye ba no so yen so enya bi etu no ma chia me am peso asofo ya atiwa is ma chia party no mpanifo nyina ene ope komo wo yi mu se ebe koso adi aban mu nkomo ade akire afofo yes the kan eye se ye ka Nation Builders Cup mwase ene kwan ya ye fasoa ye se ye pese di nyuma e ba omen na ye hwe nyuma no ye pese di bo omen na ye di mu akotin ye youth no a sebe omo wie school no a omo ni adwuma ye especially the graduate unemployment situation na ahomete na ansana ye be ba ban mu nso no na ye wo NDC aban a wotwam a na sebe o mani so ta wonti no mu hu ba bia o de niema befa enu nti no o mo sesa ye ko senchi e ma ye ko to adwene ye mo ma adwene ye nyina mu yo nka kire sa bia bia mo no enye papa na mu me so mo de ko IMF na IMF ko consent to it ye ko yom de tabo e be tu ye nyuma sem so enu nti ma emabu ni bibiri eso omo ho am ko register general ko bi graduate unemployment association enu mu no emra na this wo abem no imani report bi o de bae me kenkan me yeti ase say NDC attempt bi bre say nanka opese odi nnuma ba ebe boa mebun no ebi o de bae ne ye a Ghana Youth Employment and Entrepreneurial Agency enu ni gidai am de bae gidan sensem no minia the general otie hu nsem bi ebi na nkrofo youth ani ye pese ebe boa wo na ye show nnuma mu kina na de obi ani mo police ka frefra ebi akire no na anim guase eba na ebe abeka aban ni ntino na esi ye shede yusu ne say ye de bekwa kugina ho na se ne protocol ne ye ka no ye si bi the scapegoat but ye de she ni ya man crofo hu say oye ye kra no a ye ndisi for ye twi ye ho every
that is just by the way into my question is no by way
who say me de ani ma no say oh di nkomo no na wan hyehyɛ nkomo na mfiri baabi a nkrofo ne ntiase enti ne wo bibi efe no pre-test and contest okay enti no ye de ba no na de ye kyene say oba nation builders corp na nation builders corp na enu ni say ye bai ni ye hu say emebu ni bebre wo ho no a sabe the general omunya adwuma enti no adwuma na omunya no ye kobai ni say na eyesi yete sa nation builders corp no na mra ye te no so ye mo te ase say sa na kopi a ye ti eye emfie miensa ene ye de mmabunu no e ba be hye sa adwuma nim mmabunu no ade o ba be hye sa adwuma nim no eden pa ne ye be ma mmabunu no esua de ye pese mmabunu no sua ne say ye pese we school no a obetena fie kwa na wonya opportunity bia no ye pese ye ma on the job skills training ebi o hon mo bi o ko pa adwuma ye say who need work experience bia enti unqualify enti sa work experience ye mfie mienu ani mfie miensa no na ye de mabunu no ahyemu ye de mabunu no hyemu a eno nkyere se ye gyaa mo sa akwa ebi wo hon mo na ye mom de ye fe no entrepreneurial training entrepreneurial training ne se uwo mu no se ukondo se wo pese wo ye wankasa wo boss a na ye kyerɛkyerɛ wo enema a ye se wo faso a wo betumi de esua onsan adwuma ana wo betumi de apɛ adwuma bia ya aban ne bɛhyehyɛ ne such a way say ye kyerɛ wo sɛ ne wo betumi ate wo adwuma no na ye de sika bi ɛsan abɛn wo ɛno nti no wo hwɛ a NDC for no started program bi a ye bae no ya ba bɛ no NIEP a ye bɛhye mu kina sɛ bi ye bɛyɛ mabunu no ye bifie bibi ye fɛ no pitching asa angel investment wo idea na ye papa bra wo ba be pitch with national innovation entrepreneurship program no a na ye hwɛ na ye wi a na ye discuss so wasene ana sɛ ye kam bo mu na ye de makɔ bank bi enti mabunu no a ye de onko hye na kɔ omu hu sɛ sa program ye program aboa ye because ye kɔ mu no ya ntena ba bi fa na emra ye fa won adwuma mu no so no de enkrofo ntiase ne sɛ yan kan kyerɛ mo sɛ eye permanent job ye mo tiase sɛ adwuma na ye de mu kwa akɔhye mu no it is going to give you training and that training will terminate in 3 years time 3 years no aso enti no ohwa nako ade we bi aba o say ye fa no review your journey as a nation builder and preparation for further opportunities enti eno no eba no na ye kyerɛ mo say termination point na du enti termination point na edu no eden ni process no a wo be fam na wo dia terminate no enti process na wo be fam na dia be terminate no ena ye sa ne me ya me kyerɛ wi wo kɔ adwuma ena wo wɔ adwuma no so a sɛ general ya fa ne sɛ me ye nakop training ena ye de me ya ba be attach wo we ye fa ne sɛ mu station ya mu unity ya na me ba ha no mo a eye mesua hunu ene me modern bo no ene be ma hu se me ba na metumi apply se metumi akadwuma
ma mo ato aso but se na wo ka no ya drew termination point amanfo say a calculated scam mo sheda hu se throughout to 20 election no ye nya bibi na ewura 2020 no mu wie na ewura 21 mu a na chesa ba wie nti say wo mo hope ni na no se mo asan mo akọ mo dedem cause na nkonya bibi kakra ene wo kofi training a odi mani ho adwuma no van kwa
minia o say ma me ma we emra ewe o say all trainees review your way. I'm not anyway, but you see, there was 6 key points. Or say to further train and build capacity and skills in addition to those acquired at the beginning and during your time of engagement. Eti ya de wo ko hono no na ukonya suahunu bi say emre na be so no enya permanent job enya calculated attempt ya fa me dada obi a obuko mu no e de suahunu no mu nyae. I was happy when one of your sister stations omo efre na ko trainees bi how omo hear Zoom meetings and they were asking them their experience. And you could hear them talk the kind of experience they have gathered. And then they were telling them, say, termination time now so. And what is it? And they were walking them through on the sister station. You know, this process is America or say prepare a nation builder on the strategies for further job seeking and how to prospect opportunities.
And on me be saying, me nua ayum or ye teacher ni a chirade. Akonya teaching experience and our kind. Say termination number on fan going.
Minia, so
private sector na
okonya private sector nyema.
Me can't teaching.
Then I make us a private sector enyema. Me ameti hey. Kafui kujo amega. Me running school. We are still looking for teachers. After some of the NASIA, National Inspectorate we ne buy you know. Say NASIA is telling us say employ qualified people to man the private schools. Okay. We are moving from the era where enipa na wie JHS no akọfa na dia kwa akọhye private school na wo gi parents sika enso na enya de kire papa bia na ade mamofra no wo. This time round the inspector division is saying say opese all running professional institutions are make sure you employ the professional people to man those institutions. No opportunity no easily but here the opportunity na man say uko mu no wakonya experience and next na ko trainee ba mi school mu na me be fa na adwuma mu a minim se o teaching experience a wakwa akosua o de ba beboa ana mi school na koso. This is where we are not learning. But so we na ko trainee na e bia ye fa na se wo koye na ekoye wo se adwuma na wo hye mu mfie miensa ka kire wo se termination point bedu no na wo na wo kofo se e permanent job ntino wa mo ho so am plan say exit time ni bedu nti wo be exit dia. That is where you get the shock.
What happened to currently almost the same opportunity?
That is why we are saying say it is an exit package. A be free mono na a be bem. Now how do you get new people coming in? Yamau training when we are school, Yamau 3 years training on the job. And then semiko boom na me come here me honorable ho na de me question FM station. Na me koye training wo ho na me wie a na madwuma so ani a se ne honorable wo hu se madwuma so ani a enyo no na me fa madwuma. These are private sector institutions. The government sector no any year ka say if it is a government sector say if the open recruitment no recruitment no oye NABCO training na wo modern bo so ani a at least if they are doing because only one no internally they will consider you. It is not either to say at the only opportunity in the crowd. And we have given them institutional skills. Ya chira on send your person who hunting for job, who be to me hunting for job. And I send Muka for all these 3 years to give you some money to be able to walk around and look for job opportunities.
Okay.
If you know you cannot have the job opportunities, ya somehow entrepreneurial training. I chira on say ebia who adwuma bi a wo person wo ya, mon kamom na ya so masene na monye na wo mpe we opedi
nti den na wo ka tro mo finally na membra
bia me ka kire na ko training ni say aban adwene yo mo ho ya so wasene ya mo training as a strategy ni ya ka kire from the one that they were being recruited enti ya the omo to schedules no model so enti training no ma ye no they should now begin to look at the exit package na ya dey mo no na omo make sure say they can fit themselves into the society to make a good living.
All right, Mama, now I say, honorable Anamdia, this also because MD oversan contested.
Me contested constituency chairman.
Chairman,
yeah, Juma or Honmo and Sani Afra.
All right. Remember, honorable. What's your Amaga?
Amaga,
it was to offer training for them to get opportunity to work in the other sectors.
Okay. Micha a chef for native for me, I can the former and the leader of NDC.
No man is okay.
Former President John Dramani Mahama. Na ne ewo mu ni se Debia make say na peduma eduma fun NPP for they took me on. And I manifest Juma or you say Juma friend say oh and you say Juma fun keke Juma fun say name me party no you be a trouble gas and anybody who gets job over there a lifetime job permanent forever and ever. Now we are come 3 years am away from there Juma fun obi we school 130 years one man Juma Usi manu 3 years back. Na on san free ho non compare fufuro. Sana osafumafo juma wana brabum se ye ma okakra na wa free na asa compare fufuro. No. Esese on mine aban bia okra on mine sika. O kire mbrante ni mbaba wase. Eni da so wo ho. Eni da so wo ho se uko school a eni da so wo ho. And in that so or say we Ukrainian, and in that so. Inti se won nipa sa odi o man ni ma e ko na be won say mrante ni mabawa omo ni aji but ne e ko so sese nipa ko usi umanu training by juma obeye se o we training no e juma no ni ho inti training a mi na ka fu training a ma nipa no auto ya manu training skills u training zongo ide ongo dwarimpu anango ide. That is what we should, that is why we were advising you people say the way you are recklessly spending the nation's money at the end of the day and we have gotten to that particular point that we are all going to suffer. They say usi obi wa manu skill one control show ni skill how did you know there na no the here you get the person out of certificate skill how man usi what trains they say wa be into onko pay man. Have government set up any fund that can allow this youth, even if they want to set up private entrepreneurship business, small business? Do we have that system existing? And now some private sector enyema I don't know that NABCO for the Omunina Mumbra. So we a private sector, Mina Cafe. No Munina Mumbra on chain. But even if they come to you, that is not correct because we are looking at a government that that they could work. They say they've completed. You are saying that they have completed. So where are they going? Where are these youth going? We told you.
But what indicates a private sector no work on? But the way example says, say, FM prior, you can employ some of them.
Some of the NABCO guys.
Yes, I know. So what private business?
My place is already full. Me catch them. Nyomwanga someone creative with Ghana money. They can push the people there. What I'm trying to say is that what has made this government not to think, say, at the end of 3 years, we should get them some areas to enter. Looking at the money they have taken as loans, in addition to the revenues for the past 4 years, now entering 5th year, what has prevented them? It is just one small thing: lack of planning to execute. Senya yebenya mbrante ni baba we edi ashebedi. You are here talking about Jida. You are talking about Mudia dia John Kumadan. How did you monitor that person? Mahama was able to actually monitor and scrutinize his appointee. And I said there is problem. Yeah, catch him said John Kuma transfer a man for Sikaja Akosha account. Say allegation crap. What did the government do? More party no or create an account. Sana yatio. If we have heard that, what you say? They say damn parenya tio be asama no dey. Inti when naba artisan said what create account ni yiri accountant oh na sorry what create account to my side say no what did NPP people do up to today?
John Kuma said in any case there must be a complainant. Mako file complain afa John Kuma ho asem se na o kan ya nhwehwemu angoso.
One are complaining Honorable Bugapele. Is it not the government machinery investigating? Who complained to who? Who complained to who? So when they are giving those examples, they should not talk at all. That does not, excuse me, does not make sense. As a government, you see so many things. Who do the president want to tell him, say, 5 million liters of oil, Irano, we should come and complain to him? Why are you taking our revenue? So the youth today are our problem. And this is the mess they have just created. We told them so. Because of district assemblies to go and work there. They were adding people to the assemblies, and what skills have they learned in the assemblies? To do the same thing that they have done in completed school, just to push pen. I know no friend with skills. Skill centers when no mama skills. So it is a shame NPP government have gotten us to this level. But it is not surprising.
Why does it say on the system that Kofi Pranton is speaking? This is not Kofi Pranton.
Don't worry, it will be corrected.
So
honorable Daniel, let's see
So those are the problems we have with NPP. Look, I told you in the 2020 budget, to me the 6 million. I am telling you emphatically, me fact, sub budget I mean, say government communication. What do you mean by that? 6 million Ghana cedis. We told them the way you are dissipating our monies are not good. That thing is in the budget.
Honorable,
you get it right.
Honorable, you are speaking with so much courage. He just referred, say, Mabreso and the Unemployed Graduate Association. Plans better than ever. What did you do? You drew some reno. Ebi abeka say be fine. Or my baby creative. They gave them something to do for a period of 3 years.
Time there. Also, one time. What happens at the Accra International Conference Center? You saw the pandemonium over there. You see, NPP people, I'm just trying to appeal to Ghanaians. We have gotten to where we are because of their lies. Say, Mahama is incompetent. Yes, we have agreed we've been voted out. What did you put on the table today? In some unemployment in there being now we shall send a man for 2 America air call migration as a Ntokwan as your Kruma and a Kwasi or Kruma. The NPP people closed their eyes, they didn't see. They are talking of their political group they have created to make themselves unemployment. Yes, we know there is unemployment, but we were managing it. How do we manage it? And Nuntina Mahamaka said, okay, with this teacher training and nursing allowance, we need to create jobs for our youth when they complete. So let's build schools, training colleges, let's build basic, let us have clinics and cheap compound. What did NPP people say? Almost Mahama are wicked. So they will give them money to chop. So they've shared the money, and the youth and the nursing training, teacher training, they've collected the allowances and chop. Even now they are complaining that the allowances are no more coming. That is what you've trained them to do. Like Senka, those clinics, those hospitals are completed, and our brothers and sisters who have completed school, can they go there for employment? Look, it is not only the nurses and doctors that will be employed in hospital. Administrators are there. Everybody, the ICT guys are there. They are helping. That is the vision of somebody that you said is incompetent.
So you were creating the jobs itself.
Yes, they were creating that system. Yes. And how do you create jobs without the infrastructure? You must create it so that senior among from the training college, now they brought quota system. Senka Mahama Timer, without the allowance, we enroll more students to go to school. Omu we are no matter hospitals now for Ejima. Now the hospitals did not continue. Now the quota system is brought. Say yen to me nyani padodo say omu connecting and teacher training colleges. Now uchi chesi kanu momadi. Now the money is finished. Now the people have been pushed to NABCO. Now they have completed. You say you have given them the skill, so they should go. If this is not a very incompetent government, then what do you think you can describe them of? So the NPP government have really down the hearts and hopes of Ghanaians.
And see, no hope for the youth?
The NDC can give hope. I know my brother will disagree with me, but we can give hope. Looking at what you have done. Because we've had some outsider, and I told him that not what he sees or say is what is on the ground.
Okay.
That he also agreed with me and laughed. So you realize that with the NDC coming in, This NAVET, is it TVET? Sorry,
yeah.
This TVET we are talking about. Yes, Mahama have started, though it has been there, but we want to push for it. Even my constituency, I wanted to get one before we left office in 2016. Now they came TVET. Ask them what money or what programs have they started. It is still on paper, and they are holding conferences on it. And I think there's some competition. They say they are going to do some competition. My brother, the people need money and tools to work with. Because today, if we can have that middle level manpower for plumbers, tilers, electricians, welders, masons, carpenters, we will be moving forward in this nation. People will be making their own money. Because elsewhere in the world, those are the people who make huge sums of money as their business. Now you've not talked about that. You say you have trained them, they should go to private sector for the Odum or Wawa to employ them. Who is in the private sector you are pushing? Tell them, go here. We have created job here as a private sector. Okay. Go and join and work, because they also need salaries to live on, to ensure that their future is secure. That is what they are talking about. So if somebody is 30, 3 years you train him, 33 years, you say now we are okay, another group is coming, so go to where? But don't forget, last one, they promised them that they are going to make them permanent too.
Okay.
NPP people promised people they are going to make them permanent too. So where is it today? Where is it today? They've recklessly used our resources.
Okay.
And we are all suffering.
Where is it today? My Mr. said, what more to say? More contracts na baby yet. Na omo bet if your mind engagement both maybe what do you call private or public sector. Any one more musu be school about come. She say unemployment graduates association na ebakwa no. Senior unity bill. What are plans? Minimum manifesto my idea. But what do you think you bet me aye near this year no say be ya woman say national agitation chasi.
Yo near ewo minister nanka de bia ye kasa say opening up of the economy. Me de bia itaka na ukasa aseni say senior embrante ni embabawa ebenya ejuma. Let me give you one practical example. As a former member of parliament, I realize is every community have water and sanitation department.
Okay.
Now, say in there, I bind to me decided a project that the people who man this water and sanitation in every district and every community should be qualified and employed. We will be employing over 2 million people. Why? Abaha ko 2 borehole, ewo krum ho, there's 5 or 6. And now in Kakra Edaho, what prevents us to ensure that we put these systems in place now? Obian San so one as he pays. You can say a man for Niska, but you know how much even my mother, ni credits can pay for that service. Inti say to me training in Babawa for this particular sector to ensure that these water systems are work, because what I take note of was that say every community, one of them manages those water systems, they squander the money. I will not mince words.
Omudiscan.
So at the end of the day, Senka, there were 5 boreholes in a community, and you push about 5 graduates, those from polytechnics and skills 1. You manage, and then make sure the system is running and pay yourself. I've seen that they could do it because as I was an assemblyman before becoming an MP. How much we were making from that small sales of water before I left office. So this is one avenue that every government, whether today or tomorrow, let us look. Even look at not Ghana alone. In so our water bodies are not protected. Planting of trees and all these things, but we are not focusing the attention on the water bodies to protect them. What type of trees can we put there? Those who will be doing that job, we can be paying them. Not that we can be paid, because those who are doing it haphazardly today are being paid. So why can't we streamline that system? The whole this river stretch, say planting, people should be there, be employed, they should manage it, they should be paid. At the end of the day, government will make some revenue from that. And then the water, community water system, so as I was talking about, there are several things that the government must invest in the nation or the communities. I bet you must say this youth are and them need human some skills. They can push them there. The government should open its eyes.
Yo, I mean, I say Honorable Daniel Kwesi Esiamana Motenin, former member of Parliament for a year. Now, Mr. Kwesi, ain't you? What's here a manual from you because or comparison in I say coalition.
I'm not very president.
My name is a coalition of ideas between me about more. Ain't you?
Ose saying, oh, frame, oh, can I say question you?
Me cast one like I say, we na me say, you agree so.
Okay. Inti,
but maybe Unya Kwesi
Kofi.
Kofi, okay.
Kofi Kranti.
That's fine. And you know, I come.
Kofi for the Ajubro for. Okay, so we have a crisis. Crisis here, war, and it said this is what Ghana for. I say astronomy no kwa. And higher wumujina sono.
Okay, any woman.
Ni huamane. Na utie ye nua kafui. Na utie Honorable Daniel. Na wakasa. Eya na me raho. Because when you're problem solvers. Nia work on so you be say no ye anya say. But it's amazing say Ghana for. Oh you point a finger to you, no you point a finger to you. And so no we'll take mantle no obey president or run the affairs of the state. Obi and hold you be accountable.
Nanya no ana we also accuse you.
Oh there be me some ma bang me. Me ba bang ma they will pay for one crimes. Oh yeah.
What are their crimes?
Oh there be one crimes ne say. He say mass crime. Say bisa honorable Kafui say how much money na sa program invested into Mofrey. NABCO amount. NABCO sikana ya.
It's a 10, so you go ahead.
Oh, there be some bisa.
But you can go ahead. I'm not sure.
No, and you're rhetorical. Me bisa honest question. Say sika hin I must spend.
I'm sure say this or your checks into that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nti I would expect you say wouldn't say idea off the top of your head. But minim say a year at least over $80 million. Me boy. Okay. Says sika ya must spend the when we after 3 years, na more can see, more hope say, mo frana mo training one somehow no, minim say mo je mana dia say be fall from the sky. You didn't create any jobs, you didn't create any opportunity. Say mo frana here, mo frani P kra wo into sa program see, wo abrochi no wo je scan.
Omonya adman.
Wo bi ni krom ha, minim bia wo ni krom ha, wo abrochi da wo je scan.
Also, yes, I know. Also, I'm Bonian.
Debbie, and you're related to me in any way.
That's how we need to be.
American. In Crawford, what by a volunteer?
It's also not the problem solver.
Debbie, in Crawford, what by a volunteer my for the 2020 campaign?
Okay.
Men one Kasaya won't be now. Would Sana? I'm kind of say. What you say? I say we need have our bruchiri. What catch you see? What you say? A crime. Oh yes. T. Obinamo cock sign. What accountants are? One man Jim Crawford signatures are which year 700 cedis cinema on. Now also would you want chefa? Scams and conchain. Now American say some millions of dollars here must spending was our program. Wouldn't it have been prudent to say, you may invest into agriculture. 4 years here, Mobe, you invest into agriculture. Near call into you the infant say cocoa, keke, yakumu, and now you're going to banchi, and now you're going to corn, a broker, 40 farms in your brew. Near did beer, Yefa say 20,000 acres of corn. Anka ye nya bi ma yen enkoko yen poultry farmers what be man koko ni nya bi kra for export ana
o can state farming ana
you what you say and so what they because a gimmick bi no be ye NPP be ye gimmick quick fix party say yen nya bi na enna da Ghana for say yere boa students, graduates, because we don't have a solution for young student population. Yeah, over 1.5 million graduates are where unemployed. One skills, ne how many general, ne say, and yet even relevant. Inti se wo hia won na do wan share into sectors bia worry to me nye functional because ade a curriculum a wo gina so a wo disua ene sa programs here wo koyi enye relevant to nia Ghana hine because when am Ghana kroma got a mu nye fiana wunhu say got a mayefi enye job opportunity wunhu say portals wo kwan wo drive kakra Kumasi bebia wo Ghana Spintex Road Flagstaff House and police hospital Marybelle police hospital and portals wonye nipa nye guard rails are ewo kwan ho light fixtures cameras then say wo Ghana into patches say obi ehu eyi na ye job opportunities
basa oka portals in the akeka ho a contractors ejuma so me omusunya scam you sure say contractors are available
na contractors no wonye nipa no employ on where say ejuma na nti want to me employ sa students graduates wo betumi employ one enso wonye ni America say he system aye practice what friend say internal consumption does not build wealth. Internal consumption no a barter system because wo fa wo sika na de tomedo kuno na sika ne bedi me ho what you say na me ochira me de better grow few ho na sika ne bedi ho a yen create wealth
mami mo yan hwe wo ka kwan ho asem ni potholes am say ebi mu su say omo areas wo call ya refine area bebre a potholes e wo ho no se say enya potholes mpo e manhole and so there are areas wo ho no a kwan no say ye ba be ko no machines so aye san ye sisi a
and America
o cantonment a anopa mi ba am say wo fa ho sisi
omo ye ho ima ayi Metro TV o say ayi Fu TV kan ba bia na TV station yi we wa be ye from morning ayi star ho ba into Laboni wa be ka ho na enso kwan ni ba bia end no koni na portals.
So what's the problem?
Well, because we have a government.
Is it that ebi mu hia sin bia na?
Debi. The thing is, the NPP just as much as the NDC are not a thinking government. Both of them don't think. They only seem to think when they are out of government and they have a different perspective.
I don't agree with you.
Oh, no better I can say because more government more the same thing. MPP really.
No.
For the last 29 years, better I can say won't agree with me. But na me bisa na say Ghana for more Ghana for the last 29 years. Ghana sesana. And say I worse.
And
Munya mo be nina. Well, listen, Muntio.
But when they call some people that they are incompetent, and now we have the competent.
Munti asema making. The general, Ti asema making. Here, the NDC and NPP are both incompetent. They are both not functional. They are not thinkers. They are not cut out for young problems.
Please, don't use that word.
And you want okay? Now, who refuse all kinds of said the NPP is not thinking.
You can't tell them that we can't call politics. They say they are not thinkers. That is what I.
But honorable. Yeah, how do you say?
Yes.
As my work, I think that if you want to ya adwen say Kwame Nkrumah ne wo mo besi twam no dwen wo man ho sen na ya say yakọ university yanya nimdie because ohwe estates Kwame Nkrumah sisi ye ohwe housing project o musisi ye secondary schools ne ade way back Kwame Nkrumah time ne moment but we are still enjoying and so NDC ne MPP abesen ko and we are still facing the same problem.
The general
example of traffic situation. I ask myself each morning me bejma was a quite choky. I'm asking myself in the next 10 years how are we going to solve this problem?
I agree.
The general Tiena Mikano, we popping out 302 babies a day from teenagers.
Okay.
One plan and then they don't have a plan. What can say you're not thinking? You're not thinking. Because you haven't solved the problem. Obi oya think can you be a solve problem. In na koye a NABCO program in Chiankro for 700 cedis a month. Now after 3 years, like I say, go fend for yourself. That's not thinking. in Kona could create a society of graduates are where unemployed. I win your mama I will go from Nkran to North. I will try a farming. Now, because when you thinkers, when you're thinking before infrastructure comes, you know, as I say, when you're seeker to pay for the infrastructure,
what will be the difference?
The difference, they say, we have to go majorly into agriculture because no the income better because we will take care of young shortfall needs. Shortfalls needs, then they say, you be ye industries take care of young near marketing at the local and domestic level. Now yes service our needs ni we are excesses no ya export near your foreign exchange reserve.
It's agriculture is the mainstay.
Would be excellence.
Oh, what frame coffee now enough because me drink be a different
coffee
from honorable say.
Seven over Adrian. Send a woking. Yes, any acquaint anymore. No, but Grandma be a free question. I'm pissing this out.
Mamma, come on, some like I will question.
Agriculture is the mainstay.
Amphibian.
Agriculture is the mainstay of Ghana. And my fan said, young various university institutions. How many courses near Rania a center on agriculture? Dondology now so fan
sanity and non American state the general Tina Mecano and person will interrupt me now tea because and this in NPP food tea will be sure be BFM. The basis of young wealth building no has to be in agriculture. Want to mean quiet infrastructure, want to mean quiet NABCO, want to mean quiet Sadina, will ignore agriculture. Mass development has to go into agriculture. I think because I'm not near my raw material near the share into young industries. Now my income near the income not quite NABCO nominate Sanyamano. But what to mean go straight to say who infrastructure to say MDC for a brag say infrastructure. Here no cheer. Sikano wa here would cheer infrastructure neka. And say when you're foreign exchange reserve, here now kwakunye fee. Catch them here. They are simple math. What to mean sorry and say who could build bridges roads near the Sikano konyefi who could bobosia. Here the barbecue abosian if income is not being made. As I say who generate income, who build wealth. Den na nipa nya sika farmers na bu ho am neglect won a fertilizer gu donkeys so wo upper volta wo di twa border no how do you fit it's so simple it blows my mind to say mo betna na argument or you na akoye say no you put the money here the $10 billion is agriculture mu ne $10 billion for the next 5 years. Ghana be bro Dubai.
I know I'm saying, come no ya dream of but ye
need choice.
Ye do remuno.
We need choice. Say when me ya dream. That's the only way.
As a presidential candidate, I say, come no ya dream of what happened to the courses around your university?
So thank you. What happened to the courses? And they say the NDC and NPP nim say as I say courses are yeshia at the tertiary and university levels, and as I say, are relevant to our needs. Inti, some courses here working graduates now one ban. What do you want for agriculture? When you're functional,
and maybe as a president to be, no, Shabana would you go
and necessary curriculum, say what institutions necessary now you're relevant to your needs.
Now you're talking my language.
What you say? Now is this simple or what? This is so basic, so fundamental. It blows my mind. Say, waba, oh, ni akoye bridges, ni akosi sagla. Saglame nya na saglago. Here not saglame. NDC for anyone would this can would this saglame. What we MPP folks by mweja. Saglame no benefits ben na wo ma saglame. Adan they see what was say $200 million. $200 million no modify. Bisa, who catch me say you are thinkers. $200 million. Here they walk.
No, let me tell you.
Now we are he said he wants to chase on my university.
What's the why Saglame?
He asked me a question.
Good.
Very dangerous.
They're dangerous.
I'll give you opportunity.
He's just talking English.
Okay.
You just talk
Mami,
English.
Mami, you English.
Country.
Yo, Martin.
No, wait. When you are talking about going to do agriculture, now we are talking
I'll
about
give you
the
opportunity
side.
to do your
How do you do it?
We always have serious matters.
Yes.
Yes, I say for NDC MPP for where one against me.
No. The way you are talking, you are just speaking English.
Okay.
You don't know
See,
politics you want to be president of.
See,
Yes, that is what I must tell you.
And how difficult is it to inject one of the majority of it into agriculture? Na ebema yen raw materials. Na raw materials ni everybody industries mu say no. And you know,
now you're speaking like the president.
Young domestic market now are absorbed by foreigners. China titru. Irons, deep freezers, stove, kitchen equipment, plastics, namely na China ne fiba. Inti Ghana yen to me nyana. But ye resource na fi agriculture na ba. Inti anke yakobo abosia krempo a understood. But yes anka abosia na yedi sha agriculture. Na yedi build yen agro-based industries no. Na eno no ne yedi yen ya incent. Why the na ye incent? Ye incent young students na one nya odo ne enije bi se wodere ko share agriculture na wo ko share agriculture ni ye starting nya produce no na ye use na bro yen so a in kind no ne export ye export here ni ye nya foreign exchange reserve ni tumi de koye infrastructure ye do ya kwan ye do what is agriculture would do entosa. How long does it take say in toast? Just say, hey, bro, my question for 5 years. When you are here, I'm saying, NABCO.
Mamma, say, come on, I had the Ugusa, CTV Ghana's #1 television. A friend me, Idris, out to wait one friend me, the general, and I'm in paying for it. I hear drinking of my Ghana home. Now, and some come on, I had there. Kafi, remember how I say common matches, and no quarter watermelon D, and I be a wokope, say, Suya was a day. Ye semo keke kura ni ekra tomatoes in Nigeria hana your friend say Burkina Faso me krom the second country most general kra why the free back nti say no anti so Ghana I say NABCO akwa wi ye bibia ni won me tire say youth no adwuma bi wo honom
the general
1 minute response, then you come to Medina MP. No nonsense, Mama. If you have about me information.
The general send the Medina MP. We
yeah, 5 minutes near the Jacka meeting.
The general, Semeti apa na meti kofi. Na ne nsemu a wo ka no. Mobo.
Oh.
Mobo pa na me ra ho.
Mudia.
Ne nsemu o kan se wo ba be contest as a presidential candidate. Now Baba contest as presidential candidate. Oba here no, unya nkrofo emo mu ja amada age to ho. Ebe trotro krata so ma. Uwie waka o makotena brochire. Enya mobo.
Odo na aka wo mu anu.
Uwie waka o makotena brochire. Enya mobo. Wo betena ha. Excellence unya. Baba be di Ghana akonya so. Me be no na butra. O kasa no ma ye diri.
Ba ma mi misu asem na faka yi no yi ho ma me. Kafui. And you can't be shadana me bisa and say because of saying. And you no press
rebatano, me the men some more bow,
and you no press and you no press bebre, almost sorry or monko, more the party for dinner, she share mu, and one to baby no jacket.
The general party for dear, this is shame, no, and no dear. NABCO ya buy a BM, and I recruit online recruitment. Ya found for media, how many say? Men some work kai say when your man penny about the di Ghana. Ye missa ne say agriculture or agriculture no. Me backyard agriculture do send why all.
Me
backyard agriculture do send why all. And Ghana watch chiri no peso ye no. Nanko obey no. Nanko betna ha all to nsem no. Nanko the video footage ba say me buy ya make us agriculture betu build agriculture ma ye 20 acres stretch of farm. Enya nuni na mo hwe dia me de Ghana akọ. Me wie so ma say bie factory. Hwe dia say we the
nation no nkyerɛ sɛ wɔ sɛ ɔno a
media kwatere kwaso be ma wontoma ni watie ni dini na ebe adwuma no ayɛ
wa bisa ma me kan kyerɛ me nua kafui sɛ na onim sɛ akɔde anka meri ntumi ansa kafui ma me kan sɛ
wa afo ni bi o
ye dey over 10 containers of cassava flour epo abrochiri efi Ghana ye dey mankofo employment me and my sister he obi a wo hwɛ me a onim aba foods wɔ London ye supply one is here the biggest Indian
mama na se wa respond o si bi o
yes am na okay
minia
obi se me misa say o say e was say ono pe president edi no e was say odo afu no kwa me nkruma o build the dam no obi oni
minia the truth of the matter is one some a wo kika
mama
eno niam a wo hyehyɛ no eno ho some na ye bisa questions no because also person be di o mind anim mama answer o mind kyekyere no enye se wa ba be gina ha na wo ya won to ne saa na wo de ko
o da bi
government building is no be about na say some wo kika yi wo o mind kyekyere no holistic say both when you measure agrek nko na eyese oman no holistic enough say wo chichiri oman no eyese akwan na faba nyina no wo de ko nanim
bansampa wo kan nyina no asa de wa anka ho hwe maybe I will feel say oh but the way we should think direction was here fire
direction
enter into agriculture
tomatoes na kodo we any direction na wakan na antu doing farming you see what he's refused to understand is that when we were bringing one district one factory initiative we were thinking about the farms to take off and until any other planting for food and jobs by and until now within the northern circles no we were thinking about one village one dam to ensure that agriculture take it only come
and you want more NABCO for am planting for food and job this is what money there
minia and America church say once we give you the training and then you have understood say agric is the base to which wakwa ye adwuma ho for 3 years then you should be able to stick and stay within that sector where you are planting for food and jobs if you have grown
our resources
when we were training them on entrepreneurship and skills no is it not giving
resource
them
by now they are what the resource by now
what we have given them the skills we have shown them the ability to ensure that funding will be anunti NIAD and GEA Ghana Enterprise Agency turning NBSSI into that to ensure that we resource them, we give them that capacity to be able to hold the youth in that aspect and then move.
But I say, NABCO for more into agriculture, the more planting for food and job. Kafu say, Momo Madiana, Momo Madiamus, Muraku, and Minima. I can't. But CTV before America. Emra, he refused to talk about Medina MP issue. Meaning said,
Medina MP, I saw the mommy.
Somebody can home out. No problem. 1 minute. Formation and have it with their mind. You see, MP demonstration.
Medina MP issue, no. In Simbia, I said, you can't own some.
Okay.
Now, we are member of parliament. And no just say Ubum Raso.
Producer say me fa course ni Aaron, good morning. Nyame adumo yenti wa no pe na free free. Me pacho Sandra bi. Me pacho dum adwempa wo nyame adum ne ho ye efiri achena combat nka.
Yo yeah that. Me pacho wo abeja ko na si. Na kasa bi. But papa o kasa bi. O be pe bi anya ti se de na ba na tu ba mo. Ye nim dia na ye na bo che be bi kasa de oba ye de ma na ye won ehwi kom na die o so ba tena o kasa me ti na be bi ba wa ya chi ni ba ya chi ni ba na o ti ye o kasa ye bi papa tu kasa na o ba ba a na to tena na de ho ati ye sro kasa wai me da so
yo me so me da se amagawa mama fo buo fa do pe ti ye bia homa na tuma no nju betuma afra na do adwencha ba na femre na aka me mfa ma me honorable members na o mo mfa mo nsema etwa to ento aso. Hello, good morning. Bacho dini baby are free free.
Howdy.
Hello?
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Howdy, Adi.
Lafia hello.
Fine. Yeah, you can education.
Yana lafia.
Good. How do you tell a big money now? And I said, maybe Cathy, a bear, but at the same time, the same was up as media and Macathy. A presidential candidate independent. I was saying, your prayer being your prayer being send the country to be some. A full legal say, and what has moved my death ticket. 20 acres, maybe demonstrating. I'm a boy who says, "Move to Mamia, and don't make my yamobi." You go say why? Fact is, you go say which makes it. I can't do oh, as an individual, make the factory back. At least one of my influence for me to take a home factory more or my to move to money. Me back, make my more than that. As an individual, quite like a media. I would say resources mean that the chemical. Make my more than that. Do not say with my. They do bet my agree with my who bet my own in your one. But Cathy also a common. Before I put on the river call, I also try to do the same with you. Cathy, do go send what to do go send that I cook for you. If you don't know, we are there and was the different fashion, but you know, Cathy, you can't go among with a manager of the Salam
alaikum salam. What I say, Kofi, I say, Oba. If we do say what try to encourage people, fact they do say we see kind of the BI advance offer kwa bisina cassette ya Ghana for.
And you Ghana for cassette yo.
Mama fa course hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What you need baby frame free?
But just out this.
Okay. O frame free.
The federal process.
Into you.
Betra sorry. Para o deputy customer or customer and then yet if it's happening yet or so kind of they would say Roma if they're from here Roma believe but almost more quiet almost now you're welcome.
Yo, but as a child was for you now, my own switch my friend out to dream tray about media so. Can I share this to say on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which my friend was share. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Pacho dini baby are frame free.
If I'm going to make a caswa.
Pacho into you.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning, yet you do more TV in
the family could you make a caswa?
Yet you could you?
I'm say uti NPP ni papaya omuti omukate aya didi omukate NDC ana mama employee nipa but obo se mama oye nipa odwene akọ enimu pa because o hwe senior one employee nipa because of area feni senior okojo ni e na mu otumi na vision say akọ enimu no obetumi ti adan se na bi o mo mutifie no te edu se ebie se o mo yemfa nipa ebetumi di o makom o hwe busia a oje ya temna 3 etia busia ne ka aboaze guard etia ka o hwe school so ti si ya ebetia ka na obo ne ka ba ye mbi se o mo de na o ma ye aka o mo buregu o na o mo kwa ebetumi tia sa aka no amaye idase
Mr. Madam say, also bet my friend out to adventure about Jumadian. So, Kai Nation and say, oh, a Juma, Woody company, Upasok Boden Ru, now 41 can, a CTV, Hayan else what about near Bohu de Rouge, Media, so, Jabrim at the Mawo, now also a Juma, 8 me concan, wait my friend, now, or do adventure. Hello, good morning. Pacho, Dini, baby, I'm frame free. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho with you, nay and you.
But I'm doing the manual, Mr. Africa.
Okay, it's you.
If I so, NBC and his mama, I say, as more.
Pacho, it's you.
I organ, I just say, you know. That's not wrong, totally wrong. Because in Kuma, not on your share, Ghana, I can't over Ghana. I bet to am independent.
or the name come at all. Now on the among the Ababa who see car. Into that, no more coming. A young answer, any of the woman. Into Oka said, Dear, why ya not mean kill Martin. In common with a crack on motor more than 50 years. If you want even to repair it, anything they can't fix it. Into that, some no more coming.
Okay. Yo, Mama Nasi, I think that if I have a few courses now, yet me about now, honorable SCM Master. Okay, young Truswa, honorable now, one will be so bad time, no matter me somewhere when you're by drink a crack. Oh, my mentee almost in your opportunity for about
Obi, me plenty, and I was me.
Oh, there's some more, so why no baby, and my young comrade. Honorable.
The general,
the empress,
maybe
serving apprentice. Also, Obudi cassava banche de aqua bridge and afla. Cassava do.
Banche molly.
Banche molly. Mayam, as an
yam.
My pins soon every.
Then you
send a muyamu. Me won't send a business.
I hope you have a business. Yeah, who take with you? William, would they?
Only come here, and yes, sir.
The head into Obia.
That is it. You see, the Saudi president, Nabutre, Makachao said, in Yama who in Sunin, and Yanu never form. Obina a power. Saudi come here. Obina a generative power. Governance is one day. You say we don't think. And that is where I take that exception for. Some Mahama, Abba, Omusi Wanyashi, but we have generating capacity. So, person be industry. How do you use to operate the industries? Do you get it right? That is what you use to operate the industry. Now, the same government, he was giving fertilizer to support the agro that you are talking about. He used Ghana's money, buy fertilizer, and give to farmer to support, because if you don't have farmers growing cassava, and now maybe, I don't know, maybe you have your own cassava farm. You bought from the farmers. And somebody too was supporting farmers in a way. And he said that person don't think. What I'll tell Ghanaians, and he said, we have seen this type of talks before. During the NPP time, Obi to me ko G radio station Kasasa, but they gave that person power. And do one ya pamono. So these are some of these Munya Botre, Mubasa Mubedi president. Nippon, you cannot do it in a day. Who tells you that it's only Nkrumah who put up a housing project? Buzi and I jump on Brasewa Ebi. Rollins go to all the regional capitals. We have snit flats when you go. Yes, snit flats when you go. During his time, you see that these agencies have the capacity to do this. On Mwangasa, ko Adenta housing down, Rollins 1 CB. Ko Sakumono 1 CB. It is not only Nkrumah or any other person. On Nususu Wayebi. But when you sit there and say we don't think as if you are the owner of thinking in the world. When we follow you, Ghana will even sink. Because you don't want to take time to know the nitty-gritties on the ground. But that is what
ideas no.
Also, to me, sorry, catch say we are not thinking. The two parties are not thinking.
But in reality, and from 2000 ever. And no both NDCP, who said the lifespan, Adibia Dachema per benefit. Can you name one? Adibia Betmaka said both parties more yana a Wahoma in Chima ever.
Dachima be benefiting from our trouble gas. Would they benefit? Who call them Mahabo Terminal 3? Dachima be benefit. If you go to the hospital, University of Ghana Medical Center near that, would the Dachi people, children benefit from them? Would they get employment? Would they? The schools that are being built, would they get? The universities that are being built, would they? We want to change even the curricula who can. So you have a structure. So you put on a particular agency. So it is not everybody who is not thinking. Because on what he had, Sendekra or Sorikwa, do you know the steps you take to change an act or make an amendment? Do you know how it takes? You are going to deal with human beings. So you cannot rubbish all those human beings before you go to them to talk your sense. That
maybe you're more than what he's saying.
No. What Ghana is, everybody can develop. We know when we talk about unemployment, it is there. But we need him, he needs us, we need him, so that we sit down and think. But when, before you even come, you are telling us we don't think, and then you also come. So we leave you to think.
As a both parties,
that was what he was saying. I said, no, you don't have to be saying that we don't think. I take a deception to that word. Because we share ideas. Who call parliament in there? We don't have only NDC NPP people. No. If you go to judiciary, we don't have only NDC NPP people. There are other party members who are working there. Now, how do you bring us together as a nation for us to follow your focus? But we'll start rubbish all the political parties are. And then when you win, then you are going to put us in a worse situation.
Who said, why do you see you don't think in
I don't, because I am old enough. I told him you should not use that word. Because the man who share, man bibi kakra. Do that.
But maybe
no, when you are using, he used that word even to that we don't think, two of us.
No.
Share. That is why I call. You see, when you are talking, sometimes you don't know what you are saying.
Oh, I know what I'm saying.
Look, I call somebody Valco, Kaiser engineers, what happens to this country? They gave all the Valco, the Valco industry for aluminium smelting. Say the amount, is it not in Kruma time?
But traffic situation.
Oh yes, sir.
Traffic situation. What think? Mommy, you know what think? Traffic situation in Accra. What think about it?
Yes.
What has been done?
Even look at from Bema Camp here to Airport Hills to cross to East Legon. What we have to think about, how do we get our money? Because all that we are talking about, it is money. It is not just the thinking that we are talking about. As a how do we get it? And until be supporting, yeah.
What are the plans?
Like cocoa farmers. Obi support cocoa farmers say, get the fertilizers, produce more, let us sell more, and get more money.
I'm talking of the traffic situation in Accra.
We're talking about traffic situation. The road might be double lane. So said, to be frank with you, I'm in this, but Nana has even moved to dualize from Teshi to Tema on that lane.
Okay.
Somebody have started, he came to continue. That was what we're looking at. When you come to Teshi La Scala, it has been dualized to spin test. Do that right. Mahama and Atami started, he came to complete. That is beautiful. The East Hills, it's been done. So we must continue to dualize our roads even within the city.
So, okay, the general, a couple of things.
Also, are you comfortable with word now?
Okay, that's enough. Let me can't ask 7%. Hey,
I want you to let him feel comfortable. Because two of them
I'll feel comfortable. Oh, feel comfortable, pa. Mami can't say
I'll finish.
Let a tear because Adriana has to be strategic.
I didn't wait tree for they think they are the factory. When you say thinking, is thinking. Don't tell me strategic. You are the only person who is thinking.
I didn't say that.
You are the only person who has the brains. But you forgot that you are going to work with other agencies. You don't have to speak that way.
Okay, and I'm glad you have said, because now when you go home,
I'm not upset. I have to put it to you.
Okay,
I have to put it to you here and there.
Thinking now.
Anything in
Mammy, okay. Inti, I don't know what we would General, as I say, AC. So what I say, ya Jenny say, oh, yeah, by your quine, near your quine halfway, now half a trasono, Toto's womb, now in Cosi baby. What Jenna would the Jenny and why me? Okay. What I say, oh, your quine, as I said, what Jenny said, quine out, as I said, we are obia or maintain quino. And yes, why your quine see what, obey no. 6 months maybe na portos about portos ye beja na ye creators na crofo car say what dwen 1 minute ye enya sa wo ka sa wo koye kwan na kentini ama credit say wo dwen there be as I said we thinking no a full circle
o ka broni say proactive
so that here proactiveness I would do the woman am ka say proactiveness when I who say we ka proactiveness because we say adwene ye adwuma wo junior or say oh near koye yekosi schools yekoye say as I said what junior wo junior broni junior or junior from the beginning to the end no what junior said ye be maintenance said ye be sustaining dia wo junior ya eba into fruition no ya sustaining this almost say woko airport ye see na anu ya ndc for brag see ye see ye ya kokko he say leaks ni wa kokko he say kata ye twi no entwida ho amake ho wall inti adwena wo dwen out the year no one year
there has been maintenance there
just a maintenance square what airport here enya ya na e wona is your tail leak no
but so much
flood no but and I make say no it wasn't full circle we your friend say Dubai aye your circle
okay
ko circle ko he you see ade ni wie odo na ye the biggest problem was circle you see wie ye no odo na ho
and that's that
e da ho ai nkrofo to garbage gum nkrofo dunso nkrofo ko toilet gum aden na we see a nice place like Dubai na one cover adie so na nka ho no kra wa cover no one fanye real estate bia wutumi de stores na nkrofo high
but honorable problem here you know odona enso na can here one problem and traffic congestion was another problem which they solved the traffic congestion
what's the congestion
traffic
and Americano
so if they solved that why don't you applaud them now if nka won fa adwemra say omonje bi for odona
applaud said they you see baby, I mean, free no. Oh, there be there. Yeah, solve a problem. Go make critique. One man be a problem. I west. Tio. We call Odona ho as an example now. Compare problems. So make critique.
Say you free. One man and case.
Yo, me fear crop crap. So. Inti a crop crap. Be a then I make her say. What would you be? Tia. Bibia mo no. So me. Bibia ye no. Ese we na esi.
We young bunch. Obi bro power. When you young bunch.
Na bunch for no cry nkofo bunch for. I know no bunch.
Wando.
Ana price when you price o ma ko mo.
Ana me kan say wo ko ba bia na wo ka bibia. Ya sese wo mpa na ndi si ya bibia ye wa. Tio.
Mo amanani for president
Ghana. Ghana for mun tie de making.
That's right.
Say me boa. Mon ka say
amanoni for president omo person
we
time na dia money
that's
o to me dey be energy di yam ni bank o si ni pa no
and you be fertilizer
o ni fa no eji
the general
wando fumu wa beto e dey ko
fertilizer ne eyi amoye no enya mo na moye ma mo eye Ghana for dia Ghana for tax.
So we are talking about governance. It is about the thinking. I demand farmers.
Sure, and it's holistic.
Yes, and they're giving the farmers this. Among farmers fertilizers.
Fertilizer na Burkina Faso ayenya yi cocoa farmers are deprived. Opa, and America say CTV opa next week.
Okay.
Yenye special program. Na you invite farmers semra
special program na yes omutie
and you
dey kawa baby awa fomo
farmers 20 farmers now no mo kasa wo make can show me kwa me ko sunyane a me ne farmers ko tena ho tie wo mo problems and wo maka chem say yenya woman ni mechanized farming wo krom hase irrigation systems ye irrigation wo krom hase e be ni
why you be among
tepe na me kase for a government who cares about the people who cares about the people.
So would you crowd your independent presidential candidate?
Oh, Kafu, Mamma Kasaka. The American say systems need your ma or my yen. It wasn't well thought through to say one district, one factory, no near the head.
But time only say because of say obi asan ko won hihye pa bi no woto aso pa ne e beyi na afiri ona fofra banti no.
Okay, and na me make say
the
general, the me can say NDC can wait about MPP. Na MPP can wait about NDC dia. And yanka wo mo wo adwene pama Ghana. Esesa nka NDC ni MPP tena se. Ne ka se mo wo adwene pa we hu na we nya se me ko na we abeto aso nti. Yen na yen kan ye hu mom. Na yen nya ma Ghana. Eno so mo se mo nye. Weba or see way nanya, weba or see way nanya. So
obi and the manifesto never.
Massa, for Ghana. Internet say yeah, national development plan. Yeah, entrenched in the constitution. We are this new, we are blue party, we are DPP. Opa, national development plan and necessary we are.
May I say national development plan and never say we are. Yamra na yamre minimum.
Your Excellency.
And come on here by the PM come on. Your Excellency.
Also me yeah president today. We are
manoni president. We are manoni president. I'm on a new president.
I'm on the president. The highway no so.
The general no pay the cost to actually invest as of okay. Now, that was said, the money and excellence better. Now, that bunch of phone cry on crop for bunch of phone. They have one woman done. I know about talk. Or they call out the $20 or the $10. Or the $10 are not the Commander Factory. Must say, all right, all right, producer say Thomas. Okay. All right. Next week we say next week we wait my friend the general na wakoso abo na Ghana's number 1.